We are covering 2015 in Orlando. I'm with Donato Grosser, consultant. Donato, how are you?
I'm doing very fine, thank you. Happy to be here.
I like your hat.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't have one hat, I have three hats. And I wear the hats because they gave it to me as a generous gift. So I wear for a couple of hours a day all these hats, so that's I give back what they give to me.
But if I gave you a top floor hat, would you wear that?
Of course I would wear your hat.
You must have a collection of hats second to none.
Oh yes, I have, these hats I have about 6.
Do you?
About 6, yes.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. 2014 in the ceramic business and up to this point in time in 2015, how would you describe that?
2014 was a very disappointing year because everybody expected the housing market to have a resurgence, and with it the ceramic tile market as well. What happened instead was that housing gave a lot of promises at the end of 2013, and the first few months in 14, just everything stalled. So ceramic tile also stalled. So we had basically a flat year instead of expected or hoped increase of about 10% in the business. And now this year we hope to have a 10% increase in the business in ceramic tile. It's not going to be easy, but if the housing market picks up substantially, we are going to see good news.
What are your expectations up to this point in time? I don't suppose you're anywhere near that 10%.
Well, if we get, it's not impossible to get a 10% increase in sales of ceramic tile this year. Not impossible. We just need the housing market to pick up.
You think it's going to?
Well, I don't have a crystal ball, or I have a crystal ball, but I don't know how to read it too well all the time.
I've got you. Talk about products within ceramic. What's doing better than others? What specific products? What do people want?
Well, I tell you, I don't know what people want, but I can tell you one thing about ceramic tile. I've been going around the United States for 30 years talking about ceramic tile, doing seminars for designers and architects. In the beginning, I had to explain what ceramic tile is. So you have to take the clay, you press it, you put it in an oven, you bake it, and hop out like bread comes ceramic tile. Just the temperature has to be a little higher. And that was very simple when we had only a few types of ceramic tile. Today, the technological improvement has become so fast, so quick, and so revolutionary that we had to start again to explain people what is ceramic tile. But ceramic tile of today is not what it used to be 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. We have very large sizes, very large slabs. They call it tile, it's not a tile anymore. And you can put it on, you can cover all the walls with a few slabs, are very thin and much easier to maneuver, and the colors are different, the textures are different, everything is different, and you have to go back and learn from zero what today is a ceramic tile.
And I guess the printing has changed everything as well, hasn't it?
Yes, all this technology, enormous technological improvements we had, and the Italians are always the first one to introduce new technologies, and everybody else imitates them.
And is that still happening now?
Of course, it's happening now. The Sassuolo, the area, the province where Sassuolo is the think tank of the world ceramic industry. Machinery is made there, and all the experts are there. So everything new comes from there.
Is most of the machinery that's being installed here in the U.S. Italian?
Most of the machinery installed here is Italian, yes, is Italian.
How about in China?
I don't know anything about China.
Is that true? Isn't that the biggest market in the world?
Yeah, it is the biggest market, but they have a very large domestic market. Also, China is very well known for not caring about the environment. So the pollution in China is enormous, and I don't know what happened in their factory, if they clean up the factory, but one thing I can tell you, Italian manufacturers are at the forefront of cleanability, sustainability, and it used to be when they started that for 40, 50 years ago that a lot of companies did not know that you have to be careful about the environment. Today, Italy is at the forefront of environmental progress.
From your vantage point, what's the biggest problem that the ceramic industry has to deal with at this point in time? Is that sustainability, or is it something else?
No, the biggest problem is competition from other products. And see, in Europe, where ceramic tile is a traditional product, more than 50% of the floors in Italy, for example, are ceramic tile, and carpeting is 10–15%. Here is the opposite. So we need here a revolution in thinking, in customs, in habits of people, to let them know that ceramic tile is a product that has enormous advantages over its competition.
Is that revolution happening here in the United States, and will it speed up going forward?
It will not be a revolution. If anything, it will be an evolution. It has to be very slow here. And here you have competitive products, and people are used to them, and it's very difficult to change people's habits.
Well, it seems like people certainly like hard surface. Carpet's losing share, has been for years and years. Wood and I think ceramic are growing, and it seems like it's something that consumers want.
Yes, well, but any change of this type is slow.
You talked about the thinner product. It seems like once you get involved in this thinner product, it opens up a Pandora of potential problems, installation, shipping, so on. Talk about that.
Listen, the problems, every new product that came into the market came with requirements for installation. How do you install this product now? I give an example. When porcelain tile came in, porcelain tile was very compact. You cannot use the same material to fix it, to install it, than the usual ceramic tile that was much more porous. The porosity make it easier to install with cement, for example, concrete, and much more difficult to do with porcelain tile. Everything is compact. Figure out that the concrete has to go as like having little hooks that go in. So this is very little absorbent, so it was much more difficult to install. So every new product you have comes with new requirements for installation, requirements for shipping, for cutting and everything else. It's not problems, it's needs. And ceramic tile is not a finished product until it's installed. So you have to see the whole package. The whole package has, the manufacturer has to say, okay, this is a new product and has to be installed in this way, handled in this way, and treated in this way.
It seems like of all the products in the floor covering industry, there's more new in the ceramic industry. Just at this show, more new products, new ideas, new sizes, new finishes.
I tell you, we live in a world in which technology is changing, is improving at a speed we never saw before. And 50 years ago, things were very slow. Today, things are so fast, and everything is changing so quickly. And you come to a show, and you see things that they were not even thinking about last year.
Covering's the show back in Orlando. Talk about the various moves it's made, and this I guess is its home, isn't it?
Well, Orlando is a wonderful location to be. Wonderful location to be in Orlando, and it's a large show. And the show is so large, so big today that you cannot be everywhere. There are only a limited number of convention centers who can handle such a large show. So that's what it is, and we are limited by our success.
Where's the show going to be next year?
Chicago.
I always like Chicago, McCormick.
Yeah, McCormick is also another very large convention center who can handle a show like this.
Very good. Well, I always like the show, and it's always great talking with you.
My pleasure. Thank you very
And
much.
do you want to put on one of your hats before?
Yes, we ended up with
You can.
I love New York.
That's the good one, the comforter one. I can see you've worn that more than any. Donato Grosso, well-known consultant around this industry.
Thank you very much.
This is Talk Floor TV.